Hey, what is going on, guys and gals? It is I, the Monster, and today we're going to discuss the recent Super Smash Bros. Leak that happened, I guess, during the week, and all this crazy stuff came out of it, and it's pretty much clear as day that it's, like, real. So, like, this isn't just, like, you know, you're believing in it. It is, like, so much evidence and so many things that have poured out of this that it's pretty much a done deal. So in any case, let's discuss this. So recently, this leak of I guess it's an ESRB or something, it's a ratings board leak of the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. That's coming out in the West in October. It is coming out in about, I want to say, 2 weeks in Japan, September 13th. And with these leaks came the roster, the stages, the modes, the Mii customization, all this stuff. And a lot of people naturally debate these things. But the problem with this one in particular was that there were too many things in the leaks that couldn't be debunked all at once. Particular renders of characters and things like that. And, you know, there's clones on the roster again, which, to me, every game's got clones, and I think you can't really prevent this, especially if Sakurai, the creator of these games, wants to beef up the roster. I mean, it's kind of a win-win for you, even if you're like, you know, because there's so much work being put in these games. Anyways, so there's a lot of these things that popped up. The stages were kind of like, well, I haven't seen that before, I haven't seen this. And the things that were also leading to it were there was a picture of a Tomodachi Life stage that we've seen numerous times. However, there's one room in the stage that we have not seen. Then the next day, the Japanese magazine Famitsu picks it up. How is this possible? You know, things like that that are just leading to this. There was something else. What was it? Then there were 5 videos that popped up, or 4, or something like that, of brand new characters like Shulk, and supposedly Bowser Jr.'s in it, and all these, and it's very hard to make up things like that. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, it's a mod, it's this, it's that. I don't know, man, it looked exactly like this game, and Ganondorf was in, he's back as the Twilight thing. And once again, he's a clone, which that one bothers me because he should have his damn sword. Watch it be one of his custom moves, by the way, and all that. But yeah, so what happened the other day? They had a Japanese Nintendo Direct. They introduced a brand new 3DS. Yay, another one with a little analog stick nub, a C-stick for all the RPG and the people out there who love those kinds of games. I think that's cool and all. You know, it's improved, but we're not really going to talk about that. That comes out like next year, I think, and in the fall it comes out in Japan. Of course, they get it early. But what's interesting was they actually confirmed Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles, who was in the leak, and I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to say that he wasn't, you know, a highly demanded character given the recent success and the popularity of those games, and getting the petitions to get that game out over to the West, and the reviews saying it's like the best JRPG of the last generation, and all this stuff. So, you know, it's hard to say no to something like that. And a lot of people are mad that a character like that got in over a classic character, but you know what? It is what it is. So, as far as this thing goes, I just wanted to discuss this, my thoughts, and because, like I said 100 times, I am a huge Smash fanboy, and, like, I can't help but not talk about it, because it's, like, my most excited for game, like, this year. Like, I cannot wait to pick. I'm getting both of them. You know I'm getting both of them. So, interestingly enough, let's discuss Shulk really fast here. So, I have never played Xenoblade Chronicles. I've said this 100 times to people that I've always held it or wanted to pick it up, and I never did, and I'm probably going to do it soon. I'll probably play it on, like, when I get a Wii U or something. Yeah, I still don't have one of those, so go ahead and chew me out in the comments. And, you know, money's tight, guys. Struggle is real. And that's why it's always like, oh, hey, pick up these 3DS games, because they're actually cheap. And, yeah, he looks interesting to me, because a lot of people are like, oh, God, another sword user. And it's like, yeah, but, like, he's different. He's, like, the first real versatile character in these games. Like, he's got 5 mode swaps. One of them was Jump, one of them was a Shield, one of them was Buster, one of them was Smash, and I forgot the 5th one, but they all have different properties. One, you know, they make you stronger, make you launch better, make your jump higher, but they'll have different things like weaker defense or slower speed or whatever it's going to be. And it's really cool because it completely brings something new to the table. Like, the thing that I like about this new Smash that we've seen so far is, even if you don't like the characters that much, I mean, I don't know anybody out there who hates every one of these newcomers, but they've all somewhat brought something new to the table. You know, we have, you know, guys like Little Mac, who's completely shit in the air, but amazing on the ground. You know, you have a guy like Mega Man, who's practically all projectiles. You know, you have a guy like Pac-Man who's turning into a ball. Wii Fit Trainer's got a buff and a heal or a debuff. Or I don't know what the whole thing with her was. I'm sorry. Rosalina's got the Morgan tactics going on with the Luma. Villager's got the tree and the, you know, the setups with that. I'm probably forgetting something, but you know, my point is that this game is really, really interesting in terms of movesets and how these characters are and stuff in this game. It's much different from the, I don't want to say linear, but kind of the given Smash. Okay, he's got this, you know, oh, he goes up, oh, you know, he blocks or whatever. It's interesting. So to me, this is really cool. It's just kind of another expansion of that. And if the leaks are I mean, obviously they're pretty much a shoe-in here at this point, then Bowser Jr. is going to be like a MODOK Tron of this game, where he's got his little, I don't even know what it is, like a flower, like a propeller cart thing, and he shoots rockets and all kinds of weird stuff. Ideally, I wanted him to have more of a paintbrush moveset, but, you know, given the thought here, maybe it's a Final Smash, but it doesn't really upset me. It's, you know what, it's something different, and different is always good, in my opinion, as long as it's done right. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but I'm okay with it. But I really want to see how the Duck Hunt dog plays. Holy crap, I always wanted to see that. I know everybody's going to be like, oh, you know, he wasn't on your list. Truth be told, and maybe I'm being full of crap here, but I always wanted to see Duck Hunt dog. I always joke about it. The problem is that I always joke about it. I'm like, this is never going to happen. It's never, but it makes a lot of sense. He was on the same cartridge as the Mario Brothers. Everybody had that damn cartridge if you had an NES. So, you know, don't be like, oh, he doesn't make sense. He's not relevant. No. He's still somewhat relevant if you think like that, and he's a great retro pick. And you know what? Who's to say they're not going to bring him back? Like, no disrespect to the Ice Climbers, like, rest in peace, because I know they're not on the roster anymore, which is kind of strange. But yeah, no, at least they could probably do something with Duck Hunt, the franchise. That always had a good idea, and they could always shake things up with a Wii U game or something. A Zapper, to bring the Zapper back. He's got to use the Zapper, right? He's got to use the Zapper. Or throw ducks. He's got to have his laugh taunt, like he's just got to laugh at you. But I'm telling you, there's so much potential with these guys. Now, I forgot to talk about this, and I just said it. There have been cut characters, Squirtle, Ivysaur, which we all kind of knew were gone anyway. Sorry. Snake, kind of knew he was gone anyway. Sorry. Wolf, and Ice Climbers, and Lucas, and, you know, those last... I guess the last two have been the most people were pissed off about it. You know, oh man, like Lucas from Mother 3, this is like a big deal, and now he's gone. And you know, Ice Climbers, a lot of people like Ice Climbers. Wolf's kind of the debatable one. That's the one that I'm upset about, because everybody's always like, oh, well, Wolf's a clone and all this shit. Look, you know what? Let me just say this right now, okay? Regardless if he's a clone or not, like characters like that, I'm not just talking Wolf, if they play differently and they're unique to me or anybody, like, they still matter. Like, to me, I thought Wolf was a very high-risk, high-reward character. He had the smash that lounged himself. He had like a, what is it, like a 6 or an 8-way aerial attack. He had all these crazy little attributes that made him unique to me. No disrespect to Falco or Falco players, but he just twirls. I mean, I'm sorry, that's pretty much what Falco does. Falco is still Fox. He just twirls, and I like Falco and all, but I'd rather see more villains. I like villains. And yeah, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's an all-star mode supposedly in this, but we don't know if it unlocks more characters. The roster looks like it can accept about 5 more or so, is what people are saying. I'll tell you right now, if they DLC, the first guy that has to get in this game has to be Mewtwo. I'm not just saying this with nostalgia goggles, but he makes way too much sense to be in this, you know, for him to not come back now is like the biggest missed opportunity out there. And I guarantee you, like, Sakurai knows that because he's been asked about him. They could totally make him faster. They could totally bring in his X or Y transformation. And there totally needs to be a trailer of him punching Lucario in the face. I'm just saying, okay? Because if Jigglypuff's coming back, fucking super irrelevant Jigglypuff, well, she's got a fairy type attack now. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You know, it's like, alright, fine. You know, I would love to see Ridley. We're not getting into that debate, but I've always wanted to see Ridley. That is one of my most wanted. You know, King K. Rool, again, you can argue irrelevancy, but holy shit, it's King K. Rool, okay? He is the main guy. There's a picture out there of a recent Donkey Kong figure, and they bring him up. So you can't tell me they're not thinking on the pipeline that they're going to bring him back. Don't bullshit me. You know, I would love to see Crystal. I know that's another debate. I want staff combat, damn it. I don't know. I just want some interesting things. They can probably throw any piece of shit character in and I'll probably purchase it just because it's something new. You know, like they could throw the bandana D's in and I would be like, fuck it, let's do it. Like stab them with the spears. I actually heard this rumor about Impa. Doesn't Impa fight with a polearm or a giant, not a sword, right? Is it a sword? I thought it was a polearm. I don't know, but she would be kind of cool, I guess. You know, I'll even be happy with Dixie Kong. See, I don't care. I'm not complaining. You know, to me, clones and all the other bullshit, fuck Dark Pit. It's the only one I'm like, fuck Dark Pit. Oh, he's such a good character. No, he was an asshole in that game. Pit 2, I think his name was. Listen, regardless, I'm happy. Like, honestly, I think this roster is pretty fucking good. I think the majority of you that are complaining on the internet are just copying, you know, the mob mentality, just copying another person's thoughts. Look, there's got to be someone on this roster for you, because it's an amazing roster. This is probably the best roster we've ever gotten in Smash Brothers. Fucking period, man. Period. There were so many more franchises now. There were so many more things that you wanted. And the stages look a lot better, especially for like some competitive play, because now they have the Final Destination shit and all that stuff. Oh yeah, Shulk stage looks gorgeous, by the way. Guar Plains. But you know what? Look, regardless, you know, whatever's done is done now. You can't really be too angry about it. I'm excited. I'm really happy. I can't wait to see what else they unveil, because they only got a few weeks left and the clock's ticking. And how many more times can they talk about menus? My fucking god. Or modes. You know, they drop a couple of songs, but that doesn't, you know. Oh yeah, speaking of which, before I forget, holy crap. If you register if you're a member of Club Nintendo and you register for a 3DS and a Wii U version of the game, so basically you buy them both, you get a free soundtrack. Holy shit, like, do that, because one day that soundtrack's gonna be a collector's item, and like, you know, it's fucking awesome. It's Smash Brothers music. Like, how could you not want to like cruise around in your car or whatever and listen to Smash Brothers music and imagine punching somebody in the face? Yeah. Okay, anyways, guys, that was my thoughts on this leak. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited about Shulk. I'm excited about if we're getting the Bowser Jr. and we're getting the Duck Hunt Dog. Again, I know there's a lot of Mario characters and Dr. Mario and all that stuff, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm really not that mad about it at this point anymore. And yeah, I'm excited. So tell me what you think in the comments below, please. Would like to know, you know, and more to come. Is this going to be a very busy... This is where everything gets busy now, and I'm going back to school soon. So we're going to try our best to put some videos and some reviews and things out of that nature. And yeah, that's it. Anyways, guys, thanks again. Peace out. And woo!